Welcome to Bridging the Gap with Sal Mendez. Bridging the Gap is here to bridge the gap for the city's future success, to reach out to the lost and bring souls to know Jesus Christ, to help restore lives and do God's extraordinary work. Right now, here's Sal Mendez.
Well, good evening, KDRY listeners. We are once again back here with Bridging the Gap, and I'm excited that we have two individuals here that are doing so many great things for our city. And I have, of course, Sal Mendez have been holding the fort for Bridging the Gap here for quite a while. So, first of all, welcome, ladies. We have Laura Miller and Cathy Hamilton here with San Antonio Threads. And why don't you just say hello to the people out there that are listening here tonight?
Hi, how are you doing?
Praise God.
Good evening.
There you go. These two ladies have so much that to share, and I invited them because I wanted to know more about them as well. I see them all over the Facebook and all over the city of San Antonio, just being the hands of the feet and to our city and to our youth. And first of all, my question is, because I see the hanger and I see San Antonio Threads, and I've always wanted to ask, tell me about San Antonio Threads. First of all, one of you ladies.
So San Antonio Threads just turned 4 years old. We are the only nonprofit in the state of Texas that provides brand new clothing, shoes, socks, underwear, jackets, backpacks, toiletries for free to our underserved youth. Could be youth in the foster care system, youth that are homeless, youth that are referred from our school districts, youth that get referred from agencies, pastors, all over our city.
Wow, what a blessing! And where did the hanger come from? Central because of clothing, or
that was a logo that myself and a girlfriend of mine, who I've been friends with since 1980, came up with because I had this idea that I would start a nonprofit. It started in my home, my garage, while I was a CASA volunteer, serving foster youth, advocating for foster youth in San Antonio. And because of serving as a CASA and seeing all these kids, with my own eyes, come to court with shoes that don't fit, tattered clothing, no jackets when it was wintertime. In the back of my head, I would always think, that's not right. How come they don't have a jacket? How come their shoes don't fit? Yeah. And why isn't somebody doing something about that? And then after asking that one question a few times, the answer was, you better get to it.
Yeah, why aren't you doing it?
Yeah, why aren't you doing it? Who are you waiting for? So I was like, okay, I'll get started.
Wow.
And so that was 5 years ago, and we are celebrating last month of being an official nonprofit for 4 years.
What a blessing. I'm excited for you. What an honor to be sitting here with you, to be able to serve the youth in San Antonio. Is it just San Antonio, or you have other locations?
Well, we started in San Antonio last December 2019. We opened up Austin Threads, and so Austin is now serving youth. They've served about 1,000 youth since they opened in December, and then today, officially, Houston Threads got their first referral. So just before their opening date, Houston Threads is opening September the 8th. Wow. And Houston is where I'm from.
Okay.
So I'm excited to go home and to be able to provide for our youth in Houston.
So you live in Houston?
I used to live in Houston.
But you're going to go back to Houston?
I'm going to go back and help them get started. I've got a shop manager, my niece, actually running that shop for me. And so I'll be the CEO of all three of them. But I'm excited to go to Houston, Harris County, because there is a huge need in Houston, Harris County.
Tell me about volunteer-wise, as far as, I know you said your niece, but to have these locations, even in San Antonio, it takes not just one person, not just two, but tell me what it takes to make this happen. It
takes a team of incredible volunteers. We have a small staff. There's 14 staff between 3 locations that run all 3 of them. We have one van. It takes our community supporting us. We're a nonprofit, so we write for grants. We fundraise. Of course, not a lot of fundraising going on this year, thanks to COVID. But we're just like other nonprofits, to where we're always looking for support. Whether somebody's doing a hoodie drive, a sock drive, a toiletry drive, and then what made us most fortunate is that Kim Rapier, a philanthropist, found me in 2017 and started supporting us in 2017 it was in December, and she sent me a check for $25,000 I didn't know who she was. And she said, I like what you do.
What a blessing.
Please make sure the kids have a good Christmas. And I'm like, who is this lady?
Yeah.
An angel.
Yeah. And then I started looking her up. I was like, oh, this lady I've been talking to on Facebook. I had no idea who she was.
Yeah.
And then what allowed us to be able to expand was in March of 2019, we were gifted $3 million.
Ooh. Wow.
Ooh.
Cathy.
And so now that's why there's 3 of us, so that we could serve more. Because right now, this year, we've served almost 5,000 youth in San Antonio.
Awesome.
What a blessing.
And 5,000 youth means 10,000 pairs of skinny jeans. I don't know if you guys know that. And that means 10,000 tops, and that means 5,000 pairs of brand new
Sure,
shoes,
you kind of
and
double
so
it,
on.
don't you?
Yes, because the youth get two complete outfits plus their
That is
jacket
a
and
blessing.
shoes and so forth. But yeah, because of philanthropist Kim Rapier, and then also we're fortunate to get support like Valero, Rack Space. We're always asking and writing for
saw
grants
HEB.
and knocking on doors. HEB recently. So we're always, we got help during the pandemic from the San Antonio Area Foundation.
Awesome.
So I know you say you see us on Facebook. We try to be as transparent as we can to say, this is what we're doing.
Yes.
Right.
You know, this is who we're serving. Thank goodness we're grateful that we have the ability to come to work every day and see how much we can do. You know, every day is another chance for us to come in and say, okay,
Make
how
an
far can we
impact.
get today?
Tell
How many?
me how you feel when someone comes into your store, you see the smile on their faces, you hear the stories. Tell me about that.
Well, this week has been interesting because I've seen, I've seen youth graduate through the system. Just yesterday, a young girl came in. She goes, "Hey, Miss Kathy, how you doing? Remember me? I'm your favorite." Because that's what I tell all of them. They're all my favorites.
They're all your favorite.
And she's like, "I got accepted to go to SAC. I'm
at
going
that.
to school." We've seen kids say they're going to A&M. We just helped a young man, Josiah, the other day. He came to see me. He got a job at Olive Garden. He needed the outfit, the shoes, and he's like, "You're always here to help us." So what we love is being that lifeline for our youth. They know that they can call us, they can text us, because I know in the beginning they're like, "You haven't run out of clothes yet?" I would have youth text me, "Do you still have that place? Are you still there? Can we still come?" So it's really amazing, especially when you finally see some really amazing stories. Kids that have gotten those jobs, they've gotten apartments, they're going to school, and they've made it. And these kids that we support, they don't have parents.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have relatives. They're counting on us, agencies, churches, different places, to be their parents and to help guide them, you know. And so it's great to see them, but on the other hand, you know, sometimes we see them like when Josiah came in, we were sitting at the kitchen table and he was hungry.
Yeah.
So one of our staff automatically went to the freezer, pulled out some corn dogs. "You like corn dogs, Josiah?" You know, and so we make it just like it's nothing. "Oh, you're hungry? Okay." You know, so let's get you something to eat. We always have granola bars, things like that at the shop. You need to take some things home with you. You know, fill your backpack up with some snacks, and then here's some resources where you can go.
Yeah.
So we always keep a list of resources so kids know where is a local pantry, where are other resources where they can get some help.
Awesome. Well, listen, count us in as far as the resource for food. We are big food distribution. We love, you know, giving out food to our city, and
Yes.
so we could talk about that.
Yeah.
So, Laura Miller, tell me where you fit in. You're the shop manager here, and so tell me your title. Not your title, but your position as far as what you do.
Well, I am the shop manager. I started working for San Antonio Threads in the middle of December. And since December, we have just grown by, I feel like, leaps and bounds. It started off a little slower, and then it's just been an avalanche since then. Basically, I run the shop as if it was a retail store. So we try to make it look as close to a brick and mortar retail store as possible, because a lot of these children come in and they've never been taken shopping for something new, you know. So we have personal shoppers that help them shop. So it's a whole experience. It's about customer service. It's about making them feel good. There's a lot of kids who come in and they're thinking, "Oh, this is going to be awful. What am I going to find when I walk in? It's going to be just like every other place I've been where they want to give me free stuff." And then they're
secondhand.
they're like, wow, this isn't at all what I expected it to look like. We had a young kid last week who said to one of the girls, this looks just like Forever 21. And I'm like, wow. I'm like,
Wow.
First of all, I'm like, really? Okay. Well, I wasn't necessarily going for that look, but that's okay. I mean, he thought it looked, I guess,
Like if it was
fashionable.
small or
It was
something,
something that he felt excited to be there, and he wanted to be there. And
Y'all have arrived when they tell you that.
Yeah,
know.
it's a
You have
dignity.
arrived.
It's a dignity and respect thing
Right.
to not have to dig out of boxes and barrels and
Sure.
So do you have
Less
like
than
mannequins there and stuff with the clothes?
mannequins,
Oh, yeah.
fitting
Yes, sir.
rooms. You need to come
Fitting
visit. Mannequins, fitting rooms. Our volunteers, like she said, serve as stylists, help our kids make sure they get the right size. We make sure we check the shoes, make sure the
Are y'all,
shoes
are
fit.
y'all fluffy friendly?
Yep, we
Yes.
have all sizes.
we are.
We might have to go visit your
Yeah. I have a section that says fluffy friendly.
We have all sizes.
Yeah, we serve the youth 12 to 21, and we hope that they find things that they can wear to school so they don't feel like they stick out at school.
Right.
Like they're just one of the other kids that's
Bully
there.
and stuff.
Yes.
Right, exactly. And we have a lot of kids who come in and, you're able to shop every 6 months with a referral from an agency or a pastor that are wearing the same shoes they got 6 months ago. And if you're a growing child, those shoes sometimes
Yes,
are really
yes.
too small for you. So it's just a good feeling to give them something that they're proud of. I wouldn't say most, a lot of them just want to wear it home. I'm like, well, honey, let me cut that tag off for you before you leave the store.
They're so excited.
So they're so excited, very excited.
So are these youth that come to you? Is it like, can there be repeat, like
Sure.
after a certain amount of time or something like?
Yeah, we serve
the
them until they're
referrals?
21, and the agencies know they can refer the kids twice a year, every 6 months. For the older youth, we may extend that because especially if they're trying to get a job, or once they get the job, then there's a dress code involved.
Right.
And just like with Josiah, who got the job at Olive Garden, it was like $125 to get the shoes, the shirt, the tie. Well, that might as well have been $1 million to him.
Right.
He got the job, but he couldn't
To even
keep
start
the job if he didn't have the outfit and the slip resistant shoes. So, I mean,
So you're learning on your way as
Yeah,
you're
I mean,
moving forward.
and we-
slip resistant shoes and
yeah, there's a lot of that going on once they get their jobs, and so it's been pretty amazing. But one thing when we're talking about these kids, one thing that sticks out with me that I will never forget, one of those moments, we had a youth come in, and she froze. And so the volunteers came and got me, and they said, Miss Cathy, this girl won't move. I said, okay. So I go over there. Hey, how's it going? She's like, good, miss. I can't shop here. I said, why? She says, I got $2. I said, that's okay, because your money's no good here.
wow.
We do this for you. You shop for free. She's like, but miss, I can't pay you back. I said, let me tell you how you pay us back. You choose the clothes you like. You wear them. You go to school. You get that job. You feel better about yourself. That's how you pay us back.
That's your
Be
paycheck.
successful. Yeah.
And so almost every day, those are the youth that we're serving. They all feel the same way. They feel like they leave us notes. So many of the notes say, thank you for giving me a fresh start.
Wow.
They say, thank you for caring about us, because they feel like no one cares. And above all things, that's my thing. I want them to know that our community cares.
Yes.
We care. We have a lot of caring agencies. And if we can encourage them and inspire them, that will make the most impactful changes.
Right. And you don't know how successful they will become when they
Yes.
get older. I mean, they may be the president or the CEO
Yes.
because it started right here.
You never know. There was a young man, we have a shoe room, and they say it looks like Foot Locker. It's nothing but shoes in there. Just stacked and all nice shoes. We make sure to get nice shoes, package of fresh socks ready. And this young man was in there, and I was whipping around the shop, whatever, and he goes, can I ask you a question? I said, yes. He's like, you started this? I was like, yes. He's like, why? Why did you do this for us? So I looked at him and I said, well, you might not know it now, but I was just like you. I was a youth just in your shoes.
Yeah.
And I always told myself, if I ever get to where I can, I'm going to help somebody. And I said, so I'm fortunate now. That's what I get to do with the rest of my life, is to help youth. And so he looked at me and he was like, okay, like, all right, I'll take that answer. And then when he left, on his note, he wrote, today I learned you can come from a bad background, but you can grow up and change and help somebody else.
Wow. That's
and so I was like, all right, you think teenagers aren't listening?
Oh, they are.
They are.
They're listening, and they're mimicking what they see and what they hear. And for us to be able to, make some deposits of some positive thoughts and encouragement for them, the little bit of time that we get to see them, it's worth it. They're worth it.
It's an empowering to them to know that, somebody does care. Because like you said, we meet a lot of youth and they think nobody really cares. If they did, I wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah.
But when they see something, and they're kind of like, also at the same time, they're like, for real? I mean, there's got to be a catch here, right?
Right. Like, I can't pay you back. What do you want from us? Nothing. We want you to do good. We want you to feel inspired to do things. We want you to look good and feel good. You can do your best when you look your best. I mean, I really think they're standing about a couple inches taller when they leave. Oh, yeah. They come in, they're like, nah, what's this
and they
place?
have fun. I mean, we make it fun for them. They get to pick. It's like, how often do they just say, here, wear this? They get to pick.
You have an option.
Yeah.
Right.
And
if it's the color they like or the style they like.
It's like, okay, you don't like skinny jeans. Maybe you like joggers, that sort of thing. So it gives them confidence. And a lot of the notes we get too, it's just surprising how many of them say, everybody was so nice. And you wouldn't think that nice is that hard to come by. But I guess
that's their life. I mean, what they've
really
been dealing with, with all these rejections and the conflicts and, dysfunctional families they're coming from, that when they receive something like this,
just nice.
Oh my God, that's another side I didn't know existed.
Somebody smiled at me today. It's like, well, we hope
the little things and Cathy, it's a blessing you and Laura are doing this, because a lot of people, I say there's two types of fishermen. One of them catches a fish, takes a picture, throws the fish back in the water. The other one takes it out and takes care of it and fillets it and cleans them up and stuff, and that's the kind of person you are, and both of you, to be able to be a blessing to children, not expecting nothing in return. I always say the same thing, why do you do the same what you do for the homeless? Because we do what you do, but we do it for the homeless, and we've been doing that for years with the closet and stuff, and it's not new clothes, but I'm gonna learn from you, and and it's they have their closet, they feed them. We have hairdressers and barbers that come twice a week. They cut their hair, and just they do feel really good when they leave.
Yes.
But that's my reward when I see one of these prostitutes working at a restaurant. Say, hey,
transformation.
Remember me? He goes, no. He goes, I went to your closet, and the music, and you would always put music out there in the streets, and I would be shooting up, and you would kill my high. They would get upset because of that place being open, it really changed my life. And so I'm so proud of you guys that you guys are so humble, and you're just there to give, and you don't want nothing in return. And because of your heart, you have people like him that sees that, because God always says, man, when you do things in your closet in the secret, and you start doing things for the right reason, God always sends somebody to bless you. And it won't be on your time, it'll be on his time. And look at all these years that you said, to where you're at now. And it's only the beginning, because I see San Antonio Tres maybe and in Dallas and all over, and I'm pretty sure you already thought about that. If you're like me, man, your mind goes crazy. I was like,
throughout the nation, right?
The nation.
The need is everywhere. I don't care where you're at.
It's huge.
And God's gonna send you that. You have a vision. And I'm so glad that you're there. So if someone wants to go visit you, you're listening. I know one of our and thank you. I don't even know if they showed up yet, but he's actually here right now. He just lost his wife to she already had
pre-existing
diabetes and stuff, and then but on top of that, COVID hit her. So he lost his wife not too long ago. Left them with all these teenagers.
They came yesterday.
Did they?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do know who you're talking about.
Good.
Yes.
So I told the office, I go, we have so many broken youth here. I go, Cathy and them, they're such a blessing. Why don't you register them? And so he was telling me the other day, he goes, man, they're excited. They were excited. Just to hear that. And for them not to have their mama and stuff, like for you guys to provide, like you said, we are the moms.
The load a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Slighten the load
to be the mama, they're like, can you turn around and see how they fits and this and that? They don't even have that. And it's a blessing. So if they want to contact you, let's start off with people that want to show up and say that I have a youth that can go to you, and then I want to give an opportunity for anyone that wants to donate or how they can contact you. We'll go from there. But first of all, let's go with the location and where you're at and how to reach you as far as if they have a youth like my friend did.
Right. So you can find us on the web. It's sanantoniothreads.org. And if you're an agency, a school staff, pastor, any professional that knows the need for youth or for this family. So you just go to our website at sanantoniothreads.org. There's a link that says refer a teen. You click on that link. It asks you for their name, address, zip code, and sizes. Sizes are very important.
Yes.
So if we're serving 500-600 kids a month, we might not have size 3 gene. So we need to make sure and have the sizes. So what we do is we take that referral, we do a stock check, we make sure we have the sizes, and we answer our referrals the same day we get them. So no matter what time it is, we answer all the referrals, and then we will contact them and schedule a time for them to come shop.
Wow, that's a blessing. So as far as your hours, you're open certain
We're
hours?
open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and most Saturdays, 10 to 2.
Okay.
And so we're pretty much open 6 days a week.
Okay, so I know there's a lot of people listening because I've seen millions of dollars go out through the Bridging the Gap. I've seen it all over the place. My friend Chatigo, you know Chatigo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She allowed me to hold on to her check that she got. She goes, Pastor, because Bridging the Gap, connected us, and and that's my paycheck that I can be able to see other people get blessed and be able to see that through this radio, through the Bridging the Gap, to be able to see that they're doing something with that, and it shows. But if there's someone that is listening, which I know there probably is, how can they reach you or how can they make a donation and stuff like that?
Sure. And we're located at 10446 Sentinel Street. We're near the airport. The crossroads are Wetmore and Broadway. And so, again, we're open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and most Saturdays. We need volunteers. If anybody wants to come out and volunteer, and volunteers help us stock the shop. They help dress mannequins. They help the kids shop. They answer the phones, they print referrals. A lot of referrals right now, we're still doing curbside because that's up to the client. So if they're not comfortable coming to shop, then we pack everything up in a backpack and we'll walk it out to their car. Awesome. So we need volunteers to do that. And again, you can go to our website at sanantoniothreads.org and there's a donate button. Big Give is 8 days away. Yes. So we're one of the nonprofits participating in Big Give. We're hoping that our community sponsors, community members will help sponsor us. We're trying to really fill up our toiletries because if we're serving 500 kids a month, that's 2,000 toiletries a month. Wow. We give out. That's shampoo, deodorant, toothpaste, and you could even drop those things by our shop. Okay. We go through a lot of hygiene items.
And these are just basic necessities that people need. So.
Yes, and and we go through so many. We're always stocking, filling back up. 1 minute the shampoo's full, and the next minute there's 2 bottles left. So we're hoping to help get support with that this upcoming Big Give.
Great. And thank you for all the backpacks you gave. I mean, you blessed us tremendously for our back to school event. Every year, the year before we did it at the Edgewood Stadium. And we did like 7,500 backpacks. It was crazy. Wow. And then last year we did it at Rosedale, and that was crazy. This year, because of the pandemic, we partnered up with KIPP Academy. You saw that. So we're doing another back to school this Saturday, for this community. It's a big need. So I just want to thank San Antonio Threads for blessing us with 500 backpacks. It was a tremendous blessing. We're always the ones giving it to and I told you to have another person out there that can help us out in this time. It was a blessing where the trunks were open. They could social distance. We had live entertainment. It was a quarter mile of cars. It was lots of cars. Wow. And so we were able to do like over 1,000 200 or 300 kids. That's amazing. And we're doing it Saturday. So I want to thank you for being a blessing to Last Chance Ministry. So listen, guys, make sure that you contact San Antonio Threads. Is there a phone number? Yeah, we're at our number for the shop is 210-600-3989. Say it again, because there's a lady that is the owner's mom that she says, tell them to say it twice. So say it again for her. Our number is 210-600-3989. There you go, and we'll put some information on our Facebook and so forth.
Awesome.
It'll be a tremendous blessing. Laura, how does your family feel that you're involved in something like this? I mean,
well, they're excited. My husband is up there helping out, volunteering. What did he do last time?
He's a great handyman. He
Yeah.
fixes all the things that break.
He put up a new light in the warehouse. He fixed the inside of the toilets. I mean, it's a form of volunteering. I mean, it's just, being hands-on, coming in. So, yeah, my family's really excited for me. I love being there. It's a very humbling experience, knowing that, this is where God wanted me to be, and I was waiting for it.
You're investing in people's lives, in kids' lives, and, the investment that you put into them, you start to see after a while those seeds that you're sowing that otherwise may not have been able to be planted, and who knows, they may have taken a different road. But when you're able to come in and just whatever it is that you can do, like I always tell our listeners, you may not be able to go down there and volunteer personally, or you may not be able to do some certain things, but you can give. I mean, sometimes, you can donate money. That's like if you're actually there yourself doing something for that organization.
And, or even just, social media is very powerful. If it hadn't been for social media, I don't know how I would have gotten started, because it started with a Facebook page of saying, this is our mission, this is what we're going to do. And even if you follow us on Facebook, or Instagram, and you just share that page, you'd be surprised if someone else may see it and say, oh, I can do this, I can help do this. You never know. It's really very powerful for the good. Social media does a lot of great things.
Well, what a blessing. Once again, we are here with Bridging the Gap, and God and Company that is serving the youth as well. We want to partner up with you, San Antonio Threads. We have a ministry that we started since my daughter passed away. Her name was Victoria. She passed away in a car accident. We started this Victoria Scholarship Fund. So if there's any youth that go to you that need their diploma, that's where we can come in and help. And we would love to sponsor all the youth that need to go. We do 2 graduations a year, and it's a blessing to see them succeed. With your clothes and our graduation,
we'll dress them for success.
Sal, any last words, sir?
Well, no, thank you again for sharing your time with us here on Bridging the Gap Radio. And listeners, here's your opportunity to help. Please contact them, let you know how you can invest or sow a seed into this ministry. Also, if you'd like to be one of our guests here on Bridging the Gap Radio, we invite you to join us, or give me a call at area code 210-550-1966, or visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/BTG Radio 1. Thank you, and we'll be back here again next week. God bless.
This has been a Power of God production. This program has been sponsored by Last Chance Ministries and KDRY Radio.